remember about Coach Bateman and your time in Florida, and why was Kentucky the right place for you?
Yeah. At Florida, he coached the linebackers. Wasn't really my coach specifically, but I built that relationship. That's what started there. And then he recruited me out of high school. Just always kind of believed in me. He kind of always would coach me on the side, give me pointers. But I was a young red shirt freshman, so it's just that relationship carried over into now, and I was just able to. When I hit the portal, he automatically reached out, and we just went on from there. So,
what is there a ton of familiarity from what you did at Florida versus what you're being asked to do now?
a little bit. Football, it's football, so like some things transfer, but this is a whole different scheme, so I kind of had to learn new things. Some things I learned at Florida definitely helped me now, like be a little bit ahead, just parts of the game of football, but for the most part, it's just I've been learning a whole new defensive scheme.
How nice is it to have a guy like Jordan behind you, and even Ty as well?
Yeah, both those guys, all SEC players, like veterans, captains, leaders. So, just having those two behind me, it makes a difference because you already know, like, somebody behind you can help you out on the field. You got somebody you can lean on and trust. You know they can make plays. So, and then off the field, just being able to follow them every day, you know what I'm saying, watch what they do, and then follow behind trying to be elite, just like those guys.
What do you like about the scheme? What do you like about the scheme and your position in it here?
I like the versatility. We do a lot, blitz, cover, play zone, kind of get to disguise, do a little bit of everything. That's probably what I like most. And then just being able to play the game, just like I said, disguise stuff, being able to cover, show things that, could mess up the quarterback, stuff like that.
Physically, nobody likes to go through the injuries that you've been through, but mentally, how have you just, not let that deter you, stay locked in?
Yeah, it's been a journey, but it's definitely taught me a lot of lessons in life. You just got to keep going, put your trust in God, put your head down and work. Can't really make excuses about it. Everybody got their own adversity, so it's kind of just taught me to be mentally strong and just keep going every day.
Do you physically feel good going into the season?
No, definitely. I feel like the training staff has done an amazing job helping me, like, with the resources here around Lexington, and then just doing everything I need to make sure I'm fully healthy on the field. So right now I feel 100%. Yeah. So.
Coach Gibson, you've attacked this position. In what ways have you attacked learning this position and going about it?
I've tried every way possible. Just like I said, learning the scheme, getting extra work on the field, talking to coaches, extra film work, extra time in the training room, recovery. Pretty much everything I could do, I've been trying to, take that to a next level, trying to be a pro every day. So,
Coach Bateman says the star needs to be a star. Do you see that as pressure? Is that putting pressure, or do you sort of like having that big role?
That's just kind of the reality of the position. You got to be versatile, like I said, be able to, play at the line of scrimmage, handle, pulling guards, and also guard the best receiver on the team. So, it's a lot of responsibility, but, like you said, I kind of like the challenge. As a competitor, you always want to be up against the best, so I like being at the point of attack.
What's your favorite part? They ask you to do a lot. What's your favorite thing to do?
I just like making plays. You in zone coverage, you get to be in the middle of the field, read off the quarterback, make plays. But I like covering. There's nothing better than shutting down a top guy, somebody, top competitor. That's the best feeling. So I like covering. And then also, blitzing, getting in the backfield, creating havoc. All of it is a part of the job. So I enjoy doing all of that.
Sorry. This position's become a big priority at the next level in the NFL. Is there a guy that they show you film of or that you watch on Sundays?
Yeah, specifically in the slot, I like Jalen Petrie from the Houston Texans. I also like watching. I know Jalen Ramsey. He just recently started playing that position, but him and then there's guys all over the NFL. Do it at a high level. So we watch a lot of NFL tape. I don't know, those are the main two specific guys I could tell you, but we watch a little bit of everybody. So
What receivers are you really enjoying those one-on-one drills going up against them?
in practice, oh yeah, we got a lot of competitive guys like Kenny Darby, Brock Kaufman, Jacaden Ferguson. All those guys in the slot, they all got a different game, but they're elite guys at what they do. Like Kenny, he's a competitor. Brock, just shifty, a route runner. Same thing with JK. So I like competing with them guys every day. I feel like they make me a lot better, just, with my coverage.
What game are you looking forward to most this season, and why is it the Florida game?
Yeah, I was gonna say Florida. Just saying, it's a rivalry. It's always been a rivalry. When I played at Florida, I won one, lost one. I was hurt for the third one. So, it's always a fun, competitive game. And then, that was my old school. So I gotta want to beat up on them a little bit.
And obviously you've played here at Kroger before, or at least you've traveled with the team. Could you talk a little bit about the environment and how excited and how packed you think this place is going to be in a couple days?
Yeah, I played here my freshman year, and I wasn't expecting what I got, honestly. Like, it blew me away. It was loud. I knew SEC, every environment going to be loud, but this stadium, like, specifically, I remember it was just, like, you can't hear nothing. Like, I wasn't expecting it, so I'm excited to play I think we got 7 home games, so I'm excited to play each one of those.
Everybody good? Thanks, Aaron.
What do you know about that, and what does that kind of honor mean for you?
I think it's a great honor, but you don't win anything in football alone. So I've had some really good players and really good coaches that I've worked for and got to learn from. So I think it's just an honor for them and just for me.
Obviously, the star and nickel position are really essential in Coach Bateman's defense. What have you seen from your group so far, and you guys think you'll be able to handle the load that it takes to guard in the middle of the field?
Absolutely, yeah. They've attacked it, right? Embraced the role, right? Come up extra, right? They're here all the time. Like, all the DBs really are here all the time. Like, they're asking us, hey, can we watch this? Can we learn this? Like, what's next, right? They're hungry to learn, and they've been attacking it really well this fall camp and even throughout the spring.
Obviously, you played for Coach Bateman. You worked with him at A&M. What made you want to follow him here?
I think when you have a really good relationship with the coach, like, he recruited me out of high school. I played for him, worked for him at A&M. I always kept in contact with him and a lot of my old coaches as well. Like, it kind of attracted me to this position, yes, sir.
Could you sense that he was kind of eager to kind of put his stamp on the defense again? That's what he's told us. He wanted to build it.
I think so, absolutely. Like exactly what he's told you.
Now, did you always plan on getting into coaching, or was there something that happened when you were playing for him that, like, all right, I need to pursue this?
I think when you're your junior year of college, right, you start thinking about like what you're gonna do. Like for me, it was the Army, right? Like I knew I was doing that, and then like what was I gonna do next? And I always just came back to football, something I love to do. Like it's my passion. So, I was in AI there for a couple of years. Then I was in the Army. I would help out at local high schools. Like always hitting up Coach Bateman, Coach Luce, my position coach. Just letting him know, hey, this is what I want to do. And then once I got out, I just attacked it.
What are some of the maybe like principles that you took with you from your time at West Point that you incorporate into your coaching?
Yeah, I think accountability is the biggest thing, right? Like being accountable for who you are, right? Knowing your job, right? Playing hard. Like I felt like that's something I'm gonna take with me everywhere, and just competing your ass off. Oh my bad. And just competing, right? Like at all times, right? Like I think those things that we did at Army, right? I think those always carry over.
A guy that also played for Bateman is Aaron Gates. What have you seen from him? Obviously, a couple injury troubles this last couple years, but how is he feeling physically, mentally heading into this final year?
Good, right? I think he's attacked both, right? Like, I think he's attacked it on the field and off the field, right? Like he's one of those guys that's up here all the time, right? He's in the training room all the time, right? Doing prehab, rehab, whatever it takes, right, to stay healthy. And he's just attacked the position, right? Like he's hitting me up all the time to meet and watch film, right? And sometimes I'm like, hey, you got to go meet with him because I got to do this real quick. But then like I go meet with him again, so it's been good.
Obviously, you recruited Aaron to play the star, but the returning guys who maybe had not played that position, was it a thing where you saw them in practice and said they can be stars, or did you just from day one say Kavis and Andrew and those guys are going to be your spot?
I think when you're putting in a new defense, you kind of look at their skill sets, right? You look at the old film, right? See what they can do. A lot of it is in walkthrough too, like getting their mind right, getting to see that position because it's a little different than playing corner and safety. And then from there, right, you just see what they do during the practice. I think.
How do you feel about the depth there right
I think it's good. Like the thing that you do spring ball, fall camp, right? Like you want to build as much depth as possible.
How hard is it? I mean, this position where you had to be able to cover some fast guys in the slot. How hard is it to judge, like, okay, this guy, he can handle physicality if he's got to come up for run support?
Watch practice. Yeah, like see him during practice, right? Drill it during individual, right? Go evaluate him during practice and then watch them get better.
for the casuals watching this later today or the rest of the week, try to explain some of the differences between safety, corner, and nickel or star.
Right, so your corners are typically outside, your safeties are typically deep, right? Your stars typically in the slot, right? We'll do some man, we'll do some zone, we'll blitz a little bit, right? Playing the apex a little bit. A little different, like there's a little bit of corner to it, there's a little bit of safety to it, right? And it just depends like on your scheme, what you're doing with them, right? So for us, like that guy does a little bit of everything, and he's got to be able to handle it.
Are there characteristics that you look for primarily?
Yeah, I think you got to be a football junkie, right? I think you got to love playing football. I think you got to have the skill set to do it. I think you got to study a lot, right? Because you got to be able to handle motions and playing in the run and blitzing and covering, right? You're going to do all of it in the game. So I think that comes with, your level of talent and how much you attack it off the field, right? Like how much study you put in, and I think those guys have done that.
Coach Brown's talking about lacing them up, stretching out. Getting out there, are you the same way, or are you out there?
Yeah, sometimes I do, yeah, when I can, right? But these guys are really good athletes, so most of the time we got other guys to do that.